I'm going to keep bringing them.
You can pace yourself. In other words, you can push this forward. I'm gonna break this down.
Okay.
But you can leave it right there. That's good. You can bring another one. Motherfucker. The message. Yeah, that's the difference between buying storage units. Typically, you can pick when you want to empty it out. Sometimes they give you like 2 days, for example, and as long as you don't get rain 2 days in a row, you're all right. This, you know, this stuff I bought basically about 8 to 10 days ago and can't pick the weather, and I basically have I picked up another load, but it's supposed to come later, so. Yeah, they just messaged me.
Yeah, she's off all week.
Yeah, that's what she said. Well, oh man, I'm tired. What do you do if it's raining all day in Pennsylvania, you're either stupid or you're dumb like me, and you pick up over 1,000 blinds at liquidations.com. Oh yeah, I think I've taken it too far. My son is actually here now, finally, with me. He worked all day, and he came and helped me load the last 3 pallets. And we actually had to, and I'm going to take the camera from him, right there. We actually had to get another storage unit because look how many that is. That is a lot. So we are going to get it emptied, and that's going to hopefully only take us about an hour, because it took me back and forth. When he came with the last 3, it helped me a lot, but we got a big job here. So I'm going to get to work, and because time is tight. 7:30 at night, and this is what, 1100, and I know it looks like a pile of junk because 3 or 4 pallets of it is junk. I got to get this back, and my son is after work helping me, but I wanted to make this video because honestly, I'm going to need my son help to hold the camera. So we're going to come back while we're sweeping this out real quick. Well, here we are, folks, at the nightmare unit. I can't help but joke and laugh about it because it's a lot of work. Let's lay the lock in the... Luckily for this is an outdoor unit. I could pull this right up, but get a daylight view of what we got here. Wow. Whew. Again, and it is raining here in Pennsylvania, and I don't know if you caught me in a couple of videos. I've been having to say that a lot lately because we've had more rain in the last 2 weeks than we had in 2 months. I only had to mow grass in like 6 weeks twice. Now I'm gonna probably have to mow once or twice before we pack it in for the winter. But we, as you can see here, we got to the point. This pile here, obviously, you know, is junk and some of the plastic that goes involved with the pallets. But this is a job, and I'm gonna flip the camera around and kind of talk about this. And again, what the hell was I thinking? And damn, so I got myself into a little bit of a money pit here, and I need to resolve it quickly before it spirals out of control. But this is basically what 1,200 mini blinds look like. I know you're sitting there watching thinking, what the... there's got to be a lesson learned from this, from my I don't want to say stupidity, but I'm sure some of you guys will in the chat. Let's just say some of my ambitions. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what the plan is and what we're going to do. This is something that I have to fix and resolve. Okay, hey guys, I'm going to take off my glasses. I only need to. I had to get glasses again a couple years ago, but what a dilemma I've put myself in, and I hope you guys will at least give me a thumbs up for the effort and comment below. And if you buy pallets, tell me that you've done something stupid like this, or don't do something stupid like this. So I've put myself in a dilemma. Here's what happened. I was bidding on originally 4 or 5 pallets, and I couldn't believe I was like $80 for something like 400 or 500 sets of blinds. And I said, wow, even at $10-15 a set, you know, hell, that can be a couple $1,000. So I was leaving hold on. I'm sitting on the pallet here. I was leaving on a storage to pick up and drop off something at the other, and I had gotten outbid and didn't notice it while I was driving, and I missed it. So I was a little bit like, wow, I lost out, and I lost out, all right. But I can't help but joke and laugh a little bit about it because, man, hold back my tears. But I'm still kicking myself as I sit here recording this. My wife hasn't seen this, but my son, my youngest son, thank God for him, helped me after work one day and, help unload this mess. And he actually helped me. That's the problem, actually, doing this yourself. If your truck is not big enough, it's climbing up in. I had a 15-foot U-Haul, and the way that the pallets were, and they were even like double, we could only really slide 2 in there. And mind you, I got 11. How did I get 11? Well, let me tell you. I bid on it. I was determined the next day not to miss, so I bid, and I was like, I'll probably, I kept the bid, I think, around $100, and I'll probably lose on that one, but there's one like 2 hours after the fact, and I'll bid like $80 on that one, so sort of like a backup. Thinking I'll get 500. Honestly, I can fit 500 into my my other storage unit, and well, now I got 2. Now I got 3 with this one. So again, this is turning into be an issue. So I wound up winning both, and I'm like, oh no. So with the fees and everything, and I'm gonna full disclosure, $300 for all this, but 11 pallets, and I already had bought 6 other pallets that day for the stuff that I do for the pallet boxes, the returns from Target, and I'm like, and I didn't make the truck any bigger because honestly, looking at the pictures that they had, I was like, but you really don't kind of see the pictures that accurate and how really wide when you're getting blinds. So anyways, after about 5 pallets in, I realized that, oh no, I'm in over my head, and these are bigger, and this is a lot more than I thought. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit them in my other unit, and I called this storage facility, which is a sister facility of the second one that I rent, and luckily for me, they had a half price month on a couple units. I guess because this is right off the highway, and there's another storage facility down the street. I don't know why they did the promote, but anyways, I quick called, and luckily, because I rent from the other place, she didn't have me bring my driver's license, and I just gave her the number, and she knew that I was over there. So cost me $70 half, and so the fee. So I quick, like, I had to scramble. I had to do this on my phone in the middle of the rain and get over here and do this, and plus I had to have the U-Haul back. So I mean, don't forget, I had the U-Haul, and I loaded. But I texted my son, and I kind of was hoping he wouldn't give me no attitude through the, how you get that attitude through your kid through text, and you even know it, and they don't have to say nothing. But I said, hey, could you come and help me a little bit after work? And he had gone in at 5 o'clock and worked till 3. So he already had a 10.5-hour day, and he's about 10 miles away from where I was picking him up. And luckily for me, and thankfully, really thankful to him, because sometimes I can get a little crabby doing this stuff and take it out. And I hate that about me, but I'm that type of person. Sometimes I'll get a little cranky for 5 or 10 minutes, and it's done and over with. And I'm not mad at them, just mad at the situation, mad at myself. So, oh, I realized my thumb, if I was blocking the microphone on the front of the GoPro, I apologize. So if you're hearing a little that's me with my thumb there. So, but anyways, so he came to help me. I had already loaded 8, and it started pouring rain about 20 minutes prior to him, and it was hot and humid in the truck. That was the problem for me, is climbing in and up and down the truck. I'd stack up 40, have to climb up, put them up, So he came and helped me, and needless to say, honestly, between loading these and unloading these was about 4 hours. Now, what am I going to do with all of them? As you can clearly see, probably out of the 1,200, 300, 400 of them are just junk. These are a combination of shelf pulls and returns. And I was talking to a lady up there one day, and we were talking about that situation with the blinds, how I lost out. And she goes, "Oh, I do pretty good with them. I sell them for, you know." I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's pretty good." I was, you know, locally sell them for $5 or $10. You're not dealing with the shipping and stuff like that. Boy, did I not know enough about blinds to realize it must be the biggest return item at Home Depot, and it, you know, the different sizes and just the difficulties of dealing with them. And so here's the situation. I have $300 into it. I already have another $75 roughly in renting a month, and the U-Haul I'm not going to count because the U-Haul I need it. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of extra miles to come over here, but roughly about $375 into this right now, and haven't made a dime. So when I made the thumbnail, you could see me smiling there at the computer. I got out, you know, like I was getting outbid, and it originally was going to be just 620 something, and it turned into be 41,000, 11 pallets. So what do? I've got to do something quickly. I got to, first of all, get rid of this garbage here. I got to process and get, I quickly got to get rid of about 30% of this garbage, and either get it burnt where I live. I have 17 acres, or get it, put it in a dumpster, get rid of it, and so that I actually can sort of set up a table and process. I'm going to give you a view here. Process basically, because over there, and that was part of the problem too, is just handling these and how do you stack them. You get to a point where you try to stack them too high and they would tumble. So even though it looks like it is a jangled mess, not even if it looks, I mean, you can see there's a lot of empty space. Even, I mean, really, half this unit is half empty because of not being able to really stack them right or have shelves. And there's a Gaylord box over there. I guess that 241 meant there was 241 in there. So there's a lot of smaller ones that retail for most likely $25, $30. The issue is we are going into the fall here in Pennsylvania, and I think if I would have been able going into the April, I could go up to a flea market and sell them some on the weekend, and instead of people spending $35, $40 on mini blinds, even at 10 or 15 bucks, it would have been a good deal for them and a good deal for me, and to move these things. So what I'm going to do, and this video is getting long enough, and I don't mean to be long-winded, but I wanted to explain my thoughts and what I was thinking. And what was I thinking? I don't know. And really, honestly, I'm going to tell you this right now. I wanted to cry some that day because my leg and hip was hurting me, and really out of embarrassment. I'm sort of like, but what do? You can't, like, I knew kind of halfway in I could have almost said screw it and not picked up the rest of the pallets, but then they fine you. And then what happens if they suspend my account from getting other pallets? Then I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. So I'm like, Pat, just suck it up and do what you got to do, and we'll address the issue later. Luckily, again, I thought to myself, hey, this is a serious problem. If I had tried to squeeze this into any other, first of all, the other unit is an inside unit, and then the other unit is an outside, but there's no way. There's no way I would have fixed it, and then we would have been at 7, 8 o'clock at night. And I didn't get done with this the other night until 9:30. So that was close to a 12-hour day in working on that 17 pallets and about 30 packages, with 11 pallets being the mini blinds. So I have to quickly resolve this issue, but I realize it's probably going to take me 90 to 120 days. So the first step is get rid of the garbage. Second step is bring a table and start really sorting through which is good, and if there's more garbage, get rid of that. So what I'm going to do in the future is, I'm not on every video, but I'm going to do a running tally. We're going to have about $150 a month carrying cost here. So right now we're in for $375. Honestly, if I can get $2,000 out of these at 200 good ones at $10 a piece, they do sell on eBay. I've seen them. The smaller ones you can, you know, with shipping about $40. I have the manifest of what a lot of them are worth, which honestly don't even matter looking through that, because that don't mean nothing, because again, one third of them are at least garbage or have issues that I'm not going to even deal with. I'm just going to chuck and throw away. But I've made up my mind, and I'm going to cut my losses at the 90, 100 day mark as far as the storage. So what I'm thinking about doing is, not thinking about, so garbage first, table, sort, get some listed on eBay, and get to a point where the smaller ones I can take out and I could fit in my car. I could fit probably 30 or 40 at a time, and I have an area where I could stack those even in my garage. So I could probably get 200 or 300 good ones out of this, and at $10, $15, that's $2,000 to $3,000. But at $375 right now, and another $3 more, $5, I'm gonna have $700, $800 already into it. So what I'm gonna do is, in the future on some of my videos, I will do, I guess, a mini blind update. So I'll give like 30 seconds. You know, okay, we sold 15, I recouped $200, we're ahead or we're at a loss. So I will keep you guys up to date. If you're looking to buy pallets or looking to see, try to stay away from Home Depot, a lot of shelf pulls and returns, especially on tile, unless you got a place to move them locally. You know, that you have a store, and that's the advantages of having a store or some sort of setup like that where the public comes into, because you can get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I'm not at that place yet. I hope to in the future. But if you buy pallets, have you done something stupid like this yourself? And wish me luck. Give me thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate. It's free. It's not like these mini blinds. There's no heavy lifting. This was the worst mistake I've ever done as far as in the reselling. So, all right, guys, I will see you again, and follow me and like and hopefully there's no more dumb ideas like this. All right, bye.